All right, we are in St. Augustine today. That's right, St. Johns County. We have an open house at 108 Kendall Way. This is going to be in the northwest part of St. Johns County. Amazing schools around here, great amenities. You're not going to want for much around here. So get into this house. This is a 5-bedroom, 5-bath pool home. Got a great paver driveway here, great little community. Now, this is a little subset. So this is the Arbor Mill community, but it's its own little dedicated roadway. Only one way in, one way out. So nice little quiet community here. So we're going to go check it out. Now, for me as a kid growing up, having siblings, I know having my own bathroom is key. Right when you walk in, you immediately have this big open hallway. Got your tray ceiling and the slider back there with the pool. All right, so we take our first right. We got kind of a Jack and Jill situation. Got our front bedroom that faces the road here. All right, so this front bedroom, we got a little Jack and Jill situation. Come through here, you have your private counter space. You go one over, you have a door entry to the toilet and tub space. Come over through the other side, you have another counter space, and then you have your other bedroom here. Jack and Jill little situation. I like having the door partition there. Pretty cool. Don't see those very often anymore. All right, so that was immediately when we first took a right walking in. Now we're taking a left right when we walk in. We have the other bedroom right in front of the driveway here. Now this plan, when it was originally built, they had the option to make this a 3-car garage and then not have the bedroom, but they went with the bedroom on this one. So as you can see, it's a large garage. It would be a 3-car garage. You come over here, you have your own en-suite bathroom. So this first one would be great for maybe an older kid or an in-law, kind of right when you walk in. You have your own little area, no one bother grandma, grandpa. Come in, full bath with a generous closet. I'm a big guy, generous closet. And then you still have your linen closet as well. Great size counter, big mirror, high ceilings all throughout. But yeah, it's a generous size. This, for it not being a master bedroom, it's a big size bedroom, which is nice. You're going to some builders and just not be impressed with even the master. You're wondering where the whole bedroom's at. All right, so we're going to make our way. We have tray ceiling again behind me in our living room. Gas fireplace. This is a gas community. A lot of the newer builds in this area are gas. We have gas stove, range top. Got our kitchen. Just pretty average pantry. You can see pretty much all of it right there. Nice dining space. Got this beautiful table. All right, let's go check out the pool. 3-way slider there. Opens all the way up. Different ways. Get the breeze going. Got your fan up here. Great. 3.5-foot blade. Yeah. Screen that comes down. It's a soft entry right here with a wraparound curb. So it's a pretty kid-friendly pool in my opinion. House behind just sold last month maybe. So you got new neighbors right there. So this pool is built up on like a curb. All right. And what I want to show you is this right here. So they have a great looking yard. They have dogs and they have a great looking yard. Usually doesn't go hand in hand. Now, that is because they have a dedicated space for their dogs. Right here, a little wash down area, a little play area. So I'll check that out real quick. It's got the river rock. Got a hose available right here. Yeah, pretty cool. Condenser, pool equipment on the inside of the house there. Little drop down 2-step goes in here. You have a fire pit area. This is all like newer paver. It's very clean. Let's go check out the master. All right, now we're back in. We got the kitchen behind us. Now this is in the middle of the house. We're going into a hallway here. And so we have a bathroom, half bath. And directly across the hallway here is our laundry area. And this little thing on the wall is kind of like a command center. These homes, if they're newer built, they come pre-fixed to be wired. So newer homes here, they're getting situated with this for your modem, any electrical thing that you have going on. So you're not seeing wires all over the place. They kind of have a system set up to go in and out. Just make it wireless. No one wants to see wires on the wall. But it's pretty spacious laundry room. There is no sink in here. That's unfortunate. But you got a massive kind of just folding area, utility area, even an office. I mean, Don't really want an office in the laundry room, but just trying to give you the idea of the space. Now, this is like a mudroom for the garage. So I'll just give you a little boom, boom. We walk in from the garage. So this is attached. This isn't, something that'll be going. So you have a little bench down here. You got your hooks for your coat rack. There's a large closet right there. Basically a little mudroom right when you walk in from the garage. Another bedroom here. Situation. Average size closet. Again, high ceilings throughout. Full bath. Clean, basic. Now they upgraded this flooring. This is not original flooring from the builder. Got a high ceiling. Tray ceilings give you an extra foot or so. Giving you that nice breathing room. Very minimal. The way they have it set up right here. It's the way I like it. I get too much clutter with my kids in my house. Massive closet. So you got basically an office area. She's got a vanity going on. Old business printer situation. So, and then even behind you, so you don't see between the doors. So huge. This is probably bigger than my first bedroom. All right, now let's check out this master bathroom. Boom, boom, boom. Got the tub. Got the walk-in shower. Got your large counter on both sides, so wife doesn't have to deal with husband's shavings. I guess that's my own problem. But yeah, beautiful. And then that's the back. That is the back corner of the house. All right, 108 Kendall Way, guys. Check it out on Zillow. Wherever you're looking at properties, reach out. We are listed right now at $750. Master plan communities versus rural acreage. St. Johns County versus Putnam County. I'm Cody Bachheim, your Northeast Florida Realtor. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest anywhere in Northeast Florida, reach out and we can get you started in the right area. Now, today I'm doing an open house. I'm at 108 Kendall Way in St. Augustine, and it got me thinking I should do a video comparing St. Johns County and Putnam County, comparing the differences because they are different. They're neighboring, but oh boy, are they different. Putnam County, despite being much larger geographically, only has about 1/5 of the population of St. Johns County. That's what explains its rural character, the larger home sites, and the acreage that is available. Putnam County having just under 80,000 residents, St. Johns County has 370. Now that's a lot, and it has not always been that way. Since 2020, St. Johns County has seen a massive influx of people moving in. People coming from down South Florida, Tampa even, but also your out-of-state buyers coming in, get in on the no state taxes, and be close to the beach. Altogether, this was a 27% growth of population in St. Johns County since 2020. Now, to put that into perspective, that would be like if every single person in Putnam County moved to St. Johns within the period of 6 years and no one was left in Putnam. That's ridiculous. That's insane. So since 2020, that's happened to St. Johns County now. All these homes being built, you can see it definitely matches those numbers. And like I said, Putnam County is bigger geographically. So Putnam County has about 466,000 acres. St. Johns County has about 384,000 acres. So getting into the median income of the homes here, Putnam County, you can expect about 52,000 annually. St. Johns County is 116. That's a massive, drastic difference for neighboring counties. But here's another stat to go with it. Only 15% of adults over 25 have a bachelor's degree or higher in Putnam County. St. Johns County, 50%, so half. That goes to show you. So they're just different, much different job market. In Putnam County, it's a lot of manufacturing, hospital, school board. There's not a lot going on out there. It's a lot of smaller jobs. Opposed to St. Johns County, you have a little bit of everything, and you have Jacksonville right above it. So there's really a lack of nothing when it comes to working in St. Johns County. As someone who did work there, I've seen every trade. I've seen every little small business. So that is a big difference. You can really thrive out there as a business owner in a variety of businesses. But Putnam County, you are kind of limited when it comes to something like that. Now, getting into amenities. Now, this is anything that brings more enjoyment, betterment to your neighborhood, your life. Amenities, very broad term, right? So St. Johns County, obviously for me, number one is going to be the beach. You have, in my opinion, one of the best beaches in the whole country. I've been to a few different beaches. It's a very friendly beach. There's no growth. There's no rocks, no vegetation, no, just nothing really to worry about. It's a very friendly beach to bring the kids. The sand's nice. Volano Beach is a very shell very hard. It's not bad, but different type of sand over in Volano Beach, St. Augustine Beach right there. Literally most perfect beach I've been to. Not great for snorkeling, I'll give it that. So, Puerto Rico, your other places like that are perfect for snorkeling. You see the life. Not in St. Augustine. It's more of a friendly hangout at the beach kind of day. Now, counter to that, Putnam's Beach would be the river, right? So we have the St. Johns River. So does St. Johns County, but it's mostly our river. There's not a lot going on in their portion over there. It's mostly our river. We have Bass Pro, Bassmaster that comes in. There's a bass tournament almost every other week here at the PALATKA riverfront. So that's our beach. We also have tons of lakes. That's another thing that goes unspoken. St. Johns County, I think 90% of their lakes are just man-made from their development. They don't have any natural lakes there. It's too close to the coastal line. They have the Matanzas River. That's nice. The intercoastal, that's great. But we have lake living here in Putnam County and even Clay County as well. One major contrast between the counties is going to be your youth programs and just things to do for your kids. As someone, I have a 4-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and a 1-year-old. But I have friends with kids all different ages, right? And St. Johns County is just loaded. You're not going to want for anything when it comes to your kids' youth programs. There's just too much to pick from, really. A little overpriced, but that comes with the territory. But Putnam County is really lacking in that. Now, the city does a good job. The county does a good job. They do run programs, but there's just a plethora in St. Johns County. And that goes with the master plan communities, too. There is not one single master plan community in Putnam County. There's tons here. I wish I had a number for you, but there's literally everywhere you look now. It's everywhere. But you have the kids' playground. You have the pool. You have the fitness center. This is all included in your neighborhood, for me, it's a big thing. Once you have kids, you realize, like, wow, the convenience of having my kids in a pool right here. It's big to you when you don't think about that when you don't have kids. But St. Johns County loaded with that. Your kids are going to have every resource available. And again, you have Jacksonville right above there, one of the largest city in the United States. You have every resource available to you. Now, another contrast between the two counties is going to be your dining scene. Putnam County has some great restaurants. Sure, you have Velchos, the Magnolia, the new Lockside restaurant down in Crescent City. But St. Johns County is just really, it's like taking a trip around the world, just to put it blank. There's nothing there that you can't find. It's great. So coming to St. Augustine, definitely just, open your taste buds. But Putnam lacking in that. Definitely have some great options, but you can almost turn a corner in St. Johns County and see something new as far as a restaurant. All right, so to sum it up, St. Johns County, you have beaches, schools, shopping, restaurants, master plan communities. You have a great healthcare system, and it's one of the most family-friendly counties, I'd say, in the whole state. And Putnam County, best for that old Florida lifestyle, boating, fishing, hunting, having large acreage properties, and affordability. Now, I hope you saw the difference today between the two counties. If you want to know a little bit more, just reach out and we'll get into it. And until next time.